everyone, I am Monique, Clarivel, and Llamis, and this is my teaching demonstration in Ed EE9, teaching mathematics in intermediate grades. Good morning, everyone. Okay, good morning. Please behave. So before we start our lesson, can I ask someone to please lead us in prayer? Okay. Amen. So how are you feeling today? Are you great? Do you feel like something is bothering you? Okay. It's good that nothing is bothering you guys. So before we start our new discussion, our new lesson, which is place value, and reading and writing decimal numbers, let us first have a review or recap about our lessons about our previous lesson, which is renaming decimal numbers to fraction. Okay, so I will give a decimal, and you have to rename it as a fraction. So, or transform it to fractions. Okay, to know, so that I will know if you still remember or you really learned last meeting. Okay, so what is 0.5 to fraction? Okay, what's your answer, Mon? Okay, correct. It is 5/10. So what about 75? Sorry. So our next example is 0.75. What is it in fraction? What's your answer, Joyma? Okay. What? It is 75 over 100. Okay, correct. So that's all, and let's move to our lesson. But before I discuss our lesson, let us first know the objectives for today. Here are the objectives. At the end of the session, the students are expected to identify the place value and value of a digit of a given decimal numbers through hundredths. Read and write decimal numbers through hundredths. Know how and when to use zero as a placeholder. 4. Appreciate the importance of being able to identify, read, and write the place value and value of a digit of a given decimal number through hundredths. So let us move to our lesson. For our lesson for today is place value, and this reading and writing decimal numbers. So let me ask you two questions. First is, are you familiar with place value, and decimal? Okay, well, let's start with place values. Okay, you are familiar, right? Because we already used place value chart, and you already saw a place value chart in our previous lesson, right? Because I have shown it to you guys, right? Okay, and also you're familiar with value. You're not so familiar with value. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. So in decimal, you are familiar too, right? Because our previous lesson is renaming decimal to fraction. Okay, very good. So my next question is, do you know how to read and write decimal numbers through hundreds? Okay. So some of you know how to read and not good at writing it, and some of you are not, and some of you are not good at both. Okay, but today we are gonna learn how to do it, guys. How to identify the place value, the value, and how to read and write it. Okay, in its decimal form and in word form. Are you guys ready? Okay, can I have a 10 claps if you're ready? Okay, very good, guys. So let's have an activity, guys, which is find my match. So I will be showing one padlock with a fraction in it, and there will be two keys. You have to find the match of the padlock so that it will be open. So the two keys may have different decimals, and you have to write what is the match of this padlock. Okay, are you ready? Okay, let's do the activity now. For our first fraction, I have here 3/10. Find its match by choosing between 3/10 and 3. I will give you 5 seconds to answer. Okay, done. So what is your answer, guys, so that the padlock will open? Okay, what's your answer? Jethro? Okay, the answer of Jethro is 3/10, the first key. So you are correct. Now, let us have our second lock. Second lock have a fraction of 7 over 100. Find its match by choosing between 7/10 and 7/100. So, what do you think is the answer, class? Is it the first key or the second key? Anyone? Okay, Shen, what's your answer? Okay, the first key daw. So, is Shen correct? Okay. Okay, let's have another hands, please. Okay. Shine, what is your answer? Okay, the answer of Shine is the second key, which is 700. Okay, correct, Shine. Very good. Let us now move to our next activity.
Okay, class, I have here a picture puzzle. Can I ask someone to guess what it is? What is behind the emoji or the square? Anyone? Face? No. Okay, it is a person's crowning glory. Okay, it is a clue. What do you think it is? Okay, Anna, your answer is hair. Okay, correct. Class, did you know that, according to study, on average, hair tends to grow 1.25 centimeter per month? Did you know that? Okay, so no. So now you know. Okay? So let's take a look at in the given number or decimal. So which is 1.25. So class, what is the given decimal? Okay, very good. So and it is read as 1 and 25 hundredths. What? How it is read? Okay, very good. So the number 1.25 is a mixed decimal. What is it, class? Mixed decimal. So, okay, very good. So mixed decimal has a whole number part and a decimal part. Okay, remember? Okay. So now let's place each digit in a place value chart. So class, where do you think should we put number 1? Whether it be in the ones, tens, or hundreds? Your guess, class. Okay, Ronna, you're raising your hand. So where should we put it? Okay, in ones. Very good, Ronna. How about number 2, guys? Okay, in the tens. Very good. How about the 5, the last number? In the hundreds. Okay, clap your hands. You're all correct. Class, always remember that the whole part is found in the left side of the decimal point, and the decimal part is found in the right side of the decimal point. So let's move on identifying the place value and value of a decimal number. You have to find the place value and value of the number that is underlined. First underlined number is 1. So what is its place value? Okay, Johaima, what's your answer? Ones. Okay, very good. So what's its value? Welma? 1. Okay, very good also. The second underlined number, what is it? Jethro? What is it? 2. Okay, correct. And what is its place value? Rodney? What is its place value? Okay, tens. So what is its value? Who can answer? Okay, 2. So the last underlined number is, who can answer? Okay, Anna. Your answer is 5, correct. What is its place value? Who can guess? Fe, what's your answer? Okay, hundreds. Very good. So if you're having difficulty class, you can look at our um, chart, place value chart. Okay. So what is the value of 5? Okay, what's your answer? 500s. Okay, very good, everyone. You are all amazing and doing great. Okay, everyone, please look at your screen and read with me. Okay, remember, when writing the place value of a decimal number, it ends with THS, such as tens and hundreds. Always remember, class, that when you're looking for the place value of a number, it is the position of a number in the place value chart. If you want it easier to find the place value, you can use a place value chart and place the number first, and then you can find its place value. It's tens, hundreds, or ones. So I will be giving you an individual activity, and you can take it for 10 minutes using our Jamboard. So you have to find the place value and value of the underlined number. Okay, I will wait for you guys. Since you're all done answering the individual activity that I had given earlier, let us now move to reading decimal numbers. So please don't mind the numbers that was read and underlined. It was a an error. So we read the number 1, the first decimal number. The 1, how are we gonna read it? Okay, anyone? Okay, Jara, what's your answer? Class, Jara said that the answer is 1 and 24. Okay, is she correct? Is she correct, class? Anyone? Okay. Ma, what's your answer? So the answer of Walma is 1 and 24 hundreds. Is Walma correct, guys? Okay, very good, Walma. Your answer is correct. So let's move to the other decimal, which is 2 and 2.6. So how are we gonna read it the correct way? Okay, anyone? Shan, what's your answer, Shan? Okay, the answer is 2 and 6 tenths. Okay, very good. Let's clap our hands, guys. Okay, let's move to the last decimal. So, how do we read the last decimal number? Okay, seems like everybody, a lot of you wants to answer. Okay, please raise your hands. Okay, Alan, what's your answer? 3 and 7 tenths. Okay, very good, Alan. You are correct. So let's take 1.24 as an example. So to read decimals, read it just like reading a whole number. Then we say the place value of the last digits after the decimal point. Example, the decimal 1.24 is read as 1 and 24 hundredths. It is wrong if we read it as 1 and 24 only. We should add the hundreds. What should we add, class? It's place value, which is the hundreds. Okay, the decimal point in a mixed decimal is read as and. So as we can see, the 1 and 1.24 is a mixed decimal because there is ones, right? So we read the decimal point as and. Okay, are we clear, class? Kids, are we clear? Okay, very good. So let us now move to another activity, which is writing each group of words into decimal number. So the given word is 8 tenths. Thing we do is we get a place value chart, and then we add 8 tenths to the charts. So where are we gonna put the 8? In the tens, hundred, or ones? What's your answer, class? Okay, Annalyn, what's your answer? Okay, in the tens, you are correct. Since there is no placeholder, we will use 0 to be a placeholder. Where are we gonna put 0? Okay, correct, class, in the ones. So our decimal number is 0.8 and is read as 8 tenths. Again, the word form is what? Okay, 8 tenths. Okay, so the decimal form is 0.8. So class, 0.8 is written one decimal place after the decimal point. Okay, remember that, class? So the next word is, can someone read? What is it? Okay, Maria, what's next? Okay, 300ths. Okay, so where should we put the 300ths? In the ones, in the tens, or hundreds? Where? Okay, in the hundreds. So what should we put in the hundreds? What should we put? What digit? Okay, what digit? Okay, 3. Very good, everyone. So we should put 3. Then after putting the 3 in the hundreds, what's next? What's your answer, Luisa? Okay, the placeholder. Where should we put the placeholder? Okay, what's your answer, Mike? Okay, in the ones and tens. Excellent. Good job. So what is our new decimal, class? It is 0.300. Okay, correct. Again, the word form is 300s and the decimal form is 0.03. So 0.03 is written two decimal places after the decimal point. The 0 as a decimal placeholder takes the place of tenths since decimal number given has no tenths. So everyone, can you read the next group of words? Okay, the next group of words is 1200s. So where should we place the 1200s? The number is 12, right? So the first thing we should do is to write the what? Digit. Okay, what is the last digit of 12? Okay, is 2. Where should we put the digit number, the digit 2? Where, class? In the tens or hundreds? Okay, in the hundreds. Very good. So what's the left, what number is left? Since it's 1200s. It's what? What's your answer, John? Okay, it's 1. Where should we put ones? In the ones or in the tens? Can answer. Okay, in the tens. Why in the tens? Because why? Okay, because it is 12 and not 1.02, right? Okay. Well, ma, you are very smart. So, after putting the 1200s, what's next? Another hands, please. Okay. So, yeah, what's your answer? Okay, we will add 0 as a placeholder. Where should we put 0? Okay, Lee, where should we put 0? Okay, in the ones. Correct. Very good. So, our decimal is now what? Okay, 0.12. So, you are correct again. So, our decimal now is 0.12. Again, the word form is 12 hundredths. The decimal form is what? 0.12. Okay, 0.12 is written as a decimal number with 2 decimal places. So I have another example, and can someone read? Or everybody please read. Okay, 1 and 7 tenths. Okay, same thing. We put 1 and 7 tenths on the place value chart. Where should we put 7 tenths? In the tenths. And how about 1? In the ones. Okay, amazing. We're getting better. The word and is written as decimal point. So our decimal now is 1.7. How do we read 1.7? It is 1 and 7 tenths. Okay, very good everyone. Clap your hands. You are doing well today. So let's have a group activity, and there would be 5 members per group. So you have to complete the table. I have given the decimal, and you have to find the place value and value of the underlined number, which is the 5, 2, and 3. After that, you have to write its word form.
So before we call it a day, I will have some questions to you guys. Okay, what have you learned in our lesson today? Anyone? Okay. Clarence said that he learned how to identify the place value and value of numbers. Okay, very good. Clap your hands, guys. Okay, and my second question is, why is it important to know about how to read and write decimal numbers through hundreds? Why it is important, guys? Why it is important that we should know how to write, identify, and read decimal numbers? Okay, anyone? Okay, who can answer? Who has an answer? Okay. So, Elma said that it's important so that we know which is bigger daw in the future. Whether 1.25 is bigger to 3.1 or not. Okay, very good answer. So I have here why it is important to understand or know how to read place value and value of decimals. Okay. Children, understanding place value is important because it helps you understand the magnitude of numbers. Because of place value, we know 30 is 10 times bigger than 3, which is 100 times bigger than 300ths. So let me give the summary of our lesson today. So class, remember, in a decimal number, the place value of the first digit after the decimal point is tenths. The next digit is hundredths. The value of a decimal digit depends upon the place. Upon the place it occupies. Second is to read decimals. Read just like reading a whole number. Then, we say the place value of the last digits after the decimal point. In a mixed decimal, we read the decimal as AND. Lastly, to write decimals, place a decimal point to separate a whole number from the decimal part. For a mixed decimal, we usually write AND as a decimal point. Use 0 as a placeholder. So that ends the summary of our lesson for today. And everyone, I will be giving you a home learning task, and you have to answer it at home and submit it in our next meeting. Okay, thank you so much everyone for listening, and you are all great and amazing today. Thank you so much for watching.